everybody. Happy 4th of July. Whoa. A little hot on the mic there. Happy 4th of July to everybody. It's good to see all your faces. Well, not your faces, your avatars. Your avatars. It is Saturday, July the 4th, 2020, 3:01 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I want to say happy 4th of July to all my American friends south of the border. I know it's a bit of an awkward 4th of July this year, but nonetheless, be thankful that you're alive. Be thankful that you're alive. The Indiegogo campaign for It's Me, Billy has officially launched. The Indiegogo teaser has officially launched. And I am astonished by the support and love thus far. I am not somebody who is usually speechless, as you know. I speak for a living. I do this show. I do this show solo. Although I do I do host a show with, of course, Tony Michael. Tony, if you're watching, how you doing, buddy? And that is always nice because obviously we sort of, take the pressure off each other, right? You know what I mean? Kind of we bounce some ideas off each other and talk, and it's a little bit easier to do. But for the vast majority of the time on this channel, I am running solo and doing live shows solo, and that ain't easy to do. And so I am very, very rarely rendered speechless, but I am, when you go to launch a campaign, and anybody will tell you this, whether it's Cecil or Vince, of course, doing the Never Hike in the Snow or Dylan's New Nightmare, you have a sense, maybe of what the response might be like. But you don't really know until you get started, right? And so far, the response to the campaign, we've been live now for just 6 hours, since 9 o'clock this morning. And we've raised 10% of our production budget. 10% of our production budget. Now, I am under no delusions. I mean, there are 61 days left in this campaign. And, it's not like we're going to be, I would be very stunned, as so would the world and probably Indiegogo, if we were on that pace for the next 2 months. It's not going to happen. Things will slow down, things will level off, even out, right? The novelty will wear off. We'll be having to do our due diligence on here and, reminding people and doing all sorts of stuff. Obviously, I mean, that's just the nature of the game, right? But in the first 6 hours of a campaign, to have raised 10% of your production budget is outstanding. So I just want to say thank you to each and every one of you out there who contributed this morning, who will be contributing later today, maybe even right now, who will be contributing in the coming weeks. I really appreciate that. Before I move over to the campaign, I can hear you, Veda. Come on in. My cat's meowing. Come on in. They want to see you. The Vadester, Empress Veda. So before I move over to the campaign and break that down and go over it with you and get to your super chats as well. And we will be doing specific, we're calling them It's Me Billy-a-thons, right? We'll be doing specific shows dedicated to raising money for the movie. Okay. So if you have maybe some money that you want to send in as a super chat for the movie, maybe hold off on that and maybe wait till we do those a-thons. But if you want just to support the channel like we normally do, right? Then knock yourselves out. But I just want to let you know that there will be specific, 1 or 2, maybe 3, depending how successful they are, right? That we'll do to help raise some money as well. So I appreciate your patience, by the way, too. Obviously, I did not have a MCRAE Live on Thursday. I did not have a MCRAE Live on Friday. Thursday, Bruce and I were traveling all day. We were traveling, I can't tell you too much, but I'll just say we were traveling about 4.5 hours one way to look at a location for the movie. And then, of course, we had to travel 4.5 hours back. So that's 9 hours of driving. I was doing the driving, and we were out all day, location scouting and talking and sort of wearing the hats of a location scout. And it was a busy day, a very successful day, I might add. I can't give you too much information right now, but let's just say we were incredibly satisfied when we left this particular location, and just thrilled with the opportunities that lay before us for this movie. So extremely excited about that. But we didn't get back to Toronto until about, well, it's funny, I left and I started driving in the wrong direction, and I didn't know for like 45 minutes. And I'm like, wait a minute, I'm starting to see signs for like towns that are in Northern Ontario. And I'm like, I shouldn't be seeing these. What? Because I live in Southern Ontario. And I was kind of like, why am I seeing a sign for North Bay? And anybody who lives in this area would be like, yeah, that's a little strange. You know what I mean? So we had to turn around, drive all the way back. So we wasted probably about an hour and a half of me messing up. But anyway, we didn't get back to Toronto until about 12:30 in the morning. So I was exhausted. I was beat. Absolutely beat. So that's why I sent out the message early in the morning saying, hey guys, listen, I love you. I do. I love you. I love you. You know, I love you. But I just needed a little bit more shut eye. Shut eye? I think that's how you say it, right? Yeah. I needed just a little bit more. So I appreciate that. So really exciting day on Thursday. We had a blast, and it was a lot of fun. And I wish I could show you photos, and I wish I could, but any filmmaker who's ever been excited about a particular location, who goes to do a location scout, goes through the proper channels. Obviously, you have to get permission. You have to meet with the owners. You have to talk about rates and all that kind of stuff. But I was just, the wheels were turning as we were walking through, So anyway, so very successful day, I would say so. And today, of course, we launched our Indiegogo campaign. And where are we? What are we at right now? Let me just see what we're at right now. I am going to move over to another screen, go through the perks. We've already I know for sure there's one perk that has sold out, and there's another one that is on the cusp of selling out. Now, we have prepared for this, so, we might have a few options of back by popular demand. We're working on it. But certainly this is a good start. So, yes, we have raised, let me move over to the other window here so far. And again, I'm under no delusions, folks. I mean, this is day one. And usually day one of a campaign, if you have a broad reach, if people are excited, if there's a lot of anticipation, you should do fairly well, right? It's in the coming weeks when the novelty wears off and things begin to slow down, we can't take our foot off the pedal. You know what I mean? I mean, we as producers. So, and we don't want to be annoying either, but, we'll be talking about it a lot. So let me move over to the other screen here. I think it's this one. Yeah, there we go. There I am. Okay, so as you can see here, let me just refresh this actually. Hang on a sec here. Hang on. Let me just refresh this because I want to, that is not, wait a minute here. Hang on. Why am I completely, it's on the other side. That's right. It's on the other side. There we go. Refresh. Okay. So there we go. So now that I have refreshed everything and we've got an accurate update. So this is what the campaign looks like on a desktop. You may be looking at it on a mobile, which is totally fine, but this is what it looks like on my desktop here. So as you can see, now I'm looking at it in Canadian dollars. Most of my viewers are from the US, so you will see a slightly lower number than that. But it's the same. It's the same. It's because your dollar is worth more than our dollar. So the Canadian dollar is about 73, 74 cents to the American dollar. So that's why it looks like more. But anyway, so $6,050 Canadian in 6 hours. That's $1,000 an hour. That's insane. And that's 10% of our production budget, which is $60,000 Canadian, which is about 45,000 US or so, somewhere around there. Okay. And that we came to that. And again, that's not an arbitrary number. What do you think you need? I don't know, 60? No, we do a budget breakdown and we go over the prop list and the equipment list and the cast and the crew and the camera department and lighting and grip and location rentals and insurance and truck rentals. And I mean, you got to go through it all, and this is, give or take $1, what we feel we need in order to complete this vision. And again, we have a stretch goal as well. One simple one. Which we'll get to in a second. But anyway, so let's look at these perks. So I don't want to take a long time, but again, pretty standard stuff. The very first perk here is get your name in the end credits. And of course, that's $7 Canadian. Again, if you're looking at this on your mobile or on your desktop and you live in the US, or if you live in the UK, you will see a little bit of a different number than that. So don't freak out if it's like, wait, what? It's $7. It only says $5 on my screen. Don't worry, it is only $5 for you. But it'd be $7 if you were in Canada. So, so you get your name in the end credits. Pretty standard. Most Indiegogo campaigns do that. Pretty cool. And then we have the digital download package. So the digital download package is really cool because what you get is, obviously it's all digital, right? So you get high resolution of the official poster. You get full HD copy of the movie when, of course, it's available. Got to shoot that movie first. And then you get a copy of the script as well. So you get a digital copy of the script. So a poster, high resolution copy of the poster, full HD copy it might even be 4K, but we'll see. It depends on a number of factors, but HD at the least. So you get that. And then of course the script as well. Pretty cool. $15 Canadian. That's what is it? That like $10-11 US, something like that, I think. Pretty good, not bad. And then, of course, the Blu-ray. Own the Blu-ray. There is no quantity limit for this. This is, however many people buy, this is what they buy. And this is $30 Canadian. Again, that's probably about 25 US, something like that. And and we have 9 claims so far. It's pretty darn cool. And on the Blu-ray, of course, some of the special features will be a behind-the-scenes look at It's Me, Billy, because obviously we'll have a lot of behind-the-scenes footage. There will be a director's commentary with myself and Bruce. What do I have here? Let me click on this. It says, yes, with your generous contribution, or with your contribution to this perk, you'll receive an official Blu-ray copy of the film. Special features include trailers, yes, of course, behind-the-scenes look at It's Me, Billy, director's commentary, and more. And there will be a bit more than that, too. Each Blu-ray also comes with a special thank you card signed by myself and Bruce, and the digital download package is also included. So that's pretty darn cool. So if you were to purchase this, not only do you get the Blu-ray for $25 US, roughly $30 Canadian. You also get the digital download package, so you'll get the movie digitally as well, and you'll get a digital copy of the poster and a digital copy of the script. So that's pretty darn good, if I do say so myself. Pretty good. And then, of course, own the Blu-ray on same thing, exact same thing, but it's the retro cover. And we had 25 of these available, and at this very second, there's one left. There's one left at this very second. And same thing, a behind-the-scenes look at It's Me, Billy, the making of kind of thing. Trailers, director's commentary, all that and more. But you get a retro cover. And this is going to be gone. I mean, this is wild to me that this is just like, wow, okay. So we may or may not, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, be adding more to the campaign, backed by popular demand. So if you do desperately want a copy of It's Me, Billy, a retro copy, there may still be an opportunity for you. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Patience. We can't just shell out all this all in one shot. Calm down. All right, let's move on here. Okay. And then, of course, t-shirts, right? Pretty standard for an Indiegogo campaign. We've divided them up in, I took a page from Vince. I'm sure Vince won't mind. I sort of, was looking at other successful campaigns to kind of see sort of the template, because this is my first time really doing this at this level. And I just kind of wanted to sort of take inspiration from some others. And I noticed that Vince divided his t-shirts up by size. And I thought, oh, that's a really good idea, because I was initially going to have just, It's Me Billy t-shirt. And then I started to think, well, how do I know, like, do I just do a one size thing? Do I have to get everybody's information on what size do you need? What size do you want? Okay, so size, small's got to go to Bill and medium's got to go to John. And like, it just seemed really sort of like a lot of work. So when I saw that, I was like, oh, that's a really good idea. That's smart. So I decided to do the same thing, and it's easier for us. So I know that if somebody picks this perk, a small shirt is to go to them. I don't have to email them and ask them and all that kind of stuff. So I thought that was really ingenious. So you get same shirt here, one color, black, just trying to make it easy, right? And with, Black Christmas, black, it's not like I'm going to be selling pink It's Me Billy shirts. But 4 people have claimed the medium-sized shirt. That's really cool. So that's great. So I know that those 4 people that pick that, hey, just send them all a medium shirt. Perfect. Easy. I don't have to email them and, all that kind of stuff. So cool stuff. So I've divided all the shirts in category of size. So pretty cool stuff indeed. We'll go over to the other side in a second here, but let's keep rolling. Toque. Yes, for those of you that are like, toque, what the hell's a toque? I thought that was a beanie or a winter hat. Hey, we call them toques. We can call them hats and beanies too here. But toque is a very sort of Canadian thing to call a winter hat. So that's what we have here. And we have 75 of these available. One's gone already. Got 74 left. I thought that's pretty cool. I might get one for myself as well. Pretty cool stuff. Indeedy. Keep on scrolling. Hang It. Official poster. 24 by 36, folks. 24 by 36. The official poster for It's Me, Billy. 2 claimed. Pretty cool. Director's script. Copy of the director's script with notes. So this is a copy, not an original, but a copy of my script or Bruce's script, because we're both going to have our own. But you'll get one of ours, and we'll probably have notes on each other's as well. But you will get a copy of the director's script with our notes on it, which might be pretty cool for some people. Some people might be like, I think it's pretty cool. And hey, there's 10 there, and 6 people were like, yeah, I think that's pretty fucking cool. So they're going to get that. And by the way, every single perk, no matter which perk you pick, you will at the very least always get your name in the special thanks. Now, sometimes beyond that, what is added to the perk can change depending on the perk. But I think anyway, it should be, everybody at least gets a special thanks, no matter which one you choose as well, as like an add-on. Not an add-on, but, part of the perk. Go retro, official poster, but retro poster. Ooh, 1 claim, 10 available. 10 retro poster. That'll look good on your wall. 24 by 36. That's standard 1 sheet size. And then we get to hoodies, right? Now the hoodies, the t-shirts, I think there are, how many t-shirts are available? How many did I do that for the t-shirts? Because you got to, 20. Okay. With the hoodies, I pulled it back a bit, and the hoodies for the small, the medium, and the large, and the extra large, there are 5 available for each. And then the extra large, there's 3 available. But hey, it's kind of cool, right? Have some hoodies. Autographs. Yes, you'll get a promotional image of Victoria Miro, Shelby Handley, and Malika Henny. Their headshots, they will be signed by them. You can have it personalized if you want, or, whatever. But it'll be signed by them, and there's 25 of those available. And with that, you also get a special thanks and the digital download package. So, make sure before you are picking a package that you click on it to see what it also comes with, right? Because sometimes it's pretty cool. You're like, oh, I don't know. But then you click on it, you're like, oh, but I get the poster and the digital download package too. Like, that's pretty awesome. You know what I mean? So like, for this, it's like you get, the autographs, but you also get a special thanks in the end credits and a digital download package. It's pretty cool. So you get them, high resolution copy of the poster, the movie, and the script as well. It's pretty cool. And then we have signatures, official poster signed by cast and crew. 5 out of 10 claimed. 5 out of 10 claimed. I'm impressed, actually. I was surprised by it. I don't know why. I just was surprised by that. And then, of course, 2 posters here. 2 posters, official and retro, 24 by 36. You can get that as well. Concept art, you can get concept art. For those of you that don't know, of course, Bruce, I know you know this part. Bruce obviously works in the film industry here in Canada, and he has a very good job working for William F. White International, which is Canada's largest distributor of motion picture lighting and grip gear. So when Hollywood shoots their films up here in Toronto and Canada, very often they will rent from White's. There are other companies, but White's is Canada's largest. And when they shot like It Chapter 1 and 2 up here in Toronto, they rented from where Bruce works. So that's where we will be renting our gear as well. But for those of you that don't know, Bruce is also a visual artist, and has a plethora of experience in concept art and storyboards. So Bruce is going to be doing up, we're not going to be storyboarding the entire movie, but there are certain scenes that we definitely want to storyboard, and Bruce will be doing that. And what you see there is the storyboard for our teaser trailer, which is now live, and Bruce did that up. So you can get that as concept art. That's just there as sort of like, you'll get concept art from the movie. So we'll include that. We'll include, 2 or 3 other sheets of some concept art in there as well. But that was the placeholder, because we haven't done up the other concept art yet. So you will get concept art, and you will also get a special thanks, the digital download package, and official concept art, which is part of the art. Yeah, which is part of the package. So concept art, special thanks, and digital download package. Pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff. Now here's these next 2 perks. I know surprised people, actually. 3 dudes. I spoke to Tony about this, probably, Tony, if you're watching, what was this, like 4 or 5 months ago, we talked about this, and I wanted to, of course, include Tony and ask, if he was okay with it. And he was like, dude, yeah, like, whatever you need to do to help raise this fucking budget, he's like, let's do it. So he was okay with it. And so this is, again, one of the higher tiers. And not everybody is going to feel comfortable maybe you might want to do it, but you're like, I don't know if I want to be on camera, or, you might be a bit nervous, but nonetheless, this is a 3 dudes, because obviously the show's called 2 Dudes and Some Bullshit. Be our guest. So this is it says, join Dave McCrae and Tony Michael on their live horror movie podcast, 2 Dudes and Some Bullshit, on Dave McCrae's YouTube channel, Monday nights at 7 p.m. Eastern time. The horror film you'll watch will be of your choosing. Live viewer questions throughout and afterwards. Note, the film chosen must not have been watched on a previous episode. So what this is really, and you get a special thanks, and you get a digital download package, and you get a Blu-ray. So what this is this essentially is, you will come on with us. So you'll be in your own little window, and you will have picked the movie that you want to watch with Tony and I, and you'll be hanging out with us. We'll all be talking to each other like you're a guest co-host essentially for the show. So I think some people might be interested in that. Not everybody, because I know some people aren't really comfortable with being on camera, but nonetheless, we thought that would be kind of fun. And Tony was down for it, and which I was really thankful for, because obviously it's his show as well, and I wanted to make sure that he was okay with it, and he was. So there are 5 there to be claimed for that. And be my guest. Now here's again a higher tier, but this is if you ever wanted to come on McCrae Live, this show right here, and be my guest and talk Halloween and movies. You may want to think about this. And there are 10 available. And this here says, for your generous contribution to this perk, you'll be invited onto McCrae Live, currently airing, of course, you guys know, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday mornings at 11 a.m. Eastern time, right here on the channel, to be interviewed by me. I'll interview you, kind of find out who you are, your love of horror films. How did you get into it? And all that kind of stuff. And we'll talk Halloween and movies and take live viewer questions from the audience. So I think that might be, again, it's a higher tier. I did explain that like any Indiegogo campaign, there are lower tiers that are affordable for most everybody, right? And then the higher you go up, there are more expensive tiers. But there are incentives to sort of contribute to that. So that might be interesting for some people. I'm very curious to see if anybody is going to pick that because, yeah, it might be kind of fun. It might be kind of fun. I'd love to do that. I'd love to do that. And of course, you also get a special thanks, the digital download package, Blu-ray, and a signed official poster, 24 by 36. And then, of course, we move into the producing side of things. And here we have the associate producer, and I am astonished and so thankful that somebody has already picked up an associate producer perk. Now, again, if you live in the United States or overseas, you will see that this is a bit of a different price for you. It's $1,500 Canadian, but that might look like something like $1,100 for you in the States or something like that. So this is in Canadian dollars here, folks. Yeah, sometimes it sucks to have our dollar as high as it is. But anyway, so this is really cool. So essentially, this is for your generous contribution to this perk. You will receive an associate producer credit in the movie and on IMDb. You'll also be invited onto MCRAE Live, currently airing Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday morning. So I've already got somebody who wants to come on the show at 11 a.m. on Dave McCrae's YouTube channel. Hey, that's me. To be interviewed by Dave and talk some Halloween. Full list of perks below. So you also get the special thanks, the digital download package, the Blu-ray, official concept art. You're going to be my guest, signed official poster, associate producer credit, t-shirt. I mean, you know, it's juicy stuff. It's juicy stuff. And I think that's totally awesome that somebody claimed that already. Really, really cool. And then there is the total package. Now, this is for this would be for somebody who has very deep pockets, who, is just fucking, yeah, let's fucking do this. Let's do this. Let's fucking do, yeah, yeah, yeah. They exist. Now, pay attention to this one, okay? Because this is very important, okay? Because there's something that I got to talk about here, which is very important. But this is the executive producer package. So this is, and, I affectionately called it the total package. And what this says here, so this is, again, that's in Canadian dollars. When we click on this, you get all previous perks. Every single perk prior to that, you will get. Plus a 30-minute Zoom call with the directors, with myself and Bruce. You'll also get an IMDb credit, excuse me. Now, this is really important. It says, attention, COVID-19 may affect the walk-on roll perk. When we were building this package, we wanted to introduce a walk-on roll so you could have an opportunity to be in the movie as an extra. Unfortunately, because of the situation with COVID-19, that may likely not be possible. And this is not personal. This is legally, we wouldn't be allowed to do it. We have to abide by the regulations that have been set. And this may be, health and safety, of course, is the most important thing for our crew and for our actors. And this just is the reality of the situation. When we were building this perk, 4 or 5 months ago, this wasn't the reality. It is now. So it says here, attention, COVID-19 may affect the walk-on roll perk. Alternate perk will be implemented if necessary. This will include a live Zoom tour of the set with cast and crew. So what that is essentially is that you will get a private Zoom link where you will be able to hang out with us on set. And you'll be able to watch us shooting It's Me, Billy. You may be able to watch us shoot a scene or two. You'll get to talk to Victoria. You'll get to talk to Shelby and Malika and myself and Bruce and Greg, who's our DP. You'll get a tour of the location, because ideally, we'd love to have you there, but it may not be possible. Now, we didn't want to remove the perk altogether because who knows what may happen. The climate isn't really leaning in that favor, but we didn't want to remove it because it's still possible. Anything's possible, right? And we wanted to have that there as an option because who knows, right? Because there's still a chance, even though we are hoping to go to camera in November, there's still a chance, because of COVID-19, we may have to delay the production start into February or January, right? I mean, that's entirely possible as well. And maybe by that time, maybe the borders will have opened up, maybe the travel will have, and maybe, maybe we might be able to do it. So I didn't want to get rid of it. I wanted to have that there because I think that's important, but we needed to be prepared. So we needed to have an alternate perk that would allow you, that we could bring you to the set, virtually, but give you exclusive access to, the behind the scenes and insight into the process and what's going on. And I don't just mean like a 5-minute call. Hey, how you doing, Bob? No, I mean like you'll be able to see shit going on. You'll get a tour. You'll be able to talk to everybody. You'll be able to see everything. And we may have you sign an NDA, which is a non-disclosure agreement, which just simply means that, everything you've seen here, you won't, disclose. But certainly that is, I think that's a fair alternative based on the situation because it's out of our hands. It's not that we're removing it because we don't want you there or we don't like it. It's we're legally, we have to. It's what we got to do. So that's why I did leave the option there. As you can see, I have the little slate board here and walk on roll, but it's important that, there's the other option there as well. Now, it's also important to note that the walk on roll does not include travel and hotel. It doesn't include that, but it will include travel once you're in Canada. And you also have to have a passport. By the way, if you were to travel here and the borders were open and everything was safe, you have to have a passport. But travel to and from the set is taken care of. Food is taken care of. All that kind of jazz. So it's just important to keep that in mind. But like I said, when I was talking to Bruce, I thought to myself, that Zoom tour, which was his idea, he's like, I think we should do that and give him like full access. I think it's a really cool idea. And it's the best we could do it's the best alternative I think we can do under the circumstances. So, but we'll see. We'll keep our fingers crossed and see what happens. Maybe it's possible that, we may still be able to get you in there somehow. Maybe. All right. I'll talk about it with Bruce and we will see. But anyway, so that of course is the highest tier. And that is in the ballpark of what other campaigns in this space have done. When you look at Never Hike Alone or Never Hike in the Snow, their EP package, was in and around the same, offering similar things. Dylan's New Nightmare, similar as well. It's a higher tier, of course. It's not for everybody, but you get everything. So, and an executive producer credit, of course. So pretty cool stuff indeed. So yeah, so that essentially, and then of course, sold out. We did have 3 of these. I'll have to discuss with Bruce to see if there's an opportunity to bring it back by popular demand, although I'm not sure. But this, of course, sold out like hotcakes. Billy's Calling, a replica phone signed by cast and crew, the same kind used in It's Me, Billy. There were 3 available and 3 are gone. So, so that in a nutshell are the perks that are available for this campaign. And, we are, what are we here? We're, where's my cursor here? There we are. Just had to scroll up. And then of course there's the stretch goal over here. That is basically what a stretch goal is that, and it's not required, but it's often, suggested that you have a stretch goal, because if we were to meet our goal of 60,000 Canadian, 45,000 US, say 42 days in, and we still have another 20 days left in the campaign, we don't want people to stop donating because we could use that money for other things, right? Which is extra shooting days, deeper post-production, maybe even a possible special casting that we've had in mind. Things like that, right? So it's certainly will be beneficial. And any filmmaker, as you've heard me say, will undoubtedly say that to have an extra 2 or 3 days to shoot is huge, because there's no doubt things will pop up that will delay certain things. So definitely that is it. But to accomplish our vision as is right now, 45,000 US is what we have broken down to what we need. So you can head over there and check it out. The link should be in the description of this video. And yeah, just check it out and see what is going on in terms of that. Let me go over to, and again, let's talk about this. If you have any questions or concerns, let's talk about it. By the way, I'm having Bruce on. Bruce is supposed to be coming on MCRAE Live to talk about all this next Tuesday, or this coming Tuesday. This coming Tuesday, Bruce is going to be on MCRAE Live. And so very excited about that. And we are going to also, of course, over the next 60 days, we're going to get Victoria on. Hey, Victoria, how you doing if you're watching? We're going to get Shelby on and Malika. Hi, ladies. How you doing? We'll try and get Greg on as well, who's our DP. Now, there's somebody. Now, there's a guy, if you've ever want to know about the world of cinematography, here's a guy you might want to tune into. He's been a professional DP for over 25 years. And I think he's, like, I know he's been nominated, like I've said, for 2 CSC awards. But I think he might even be an honorary member or a member of the CSC. He's got to be. But I don't want to speak for him. I'll check with him. But anyway, top-notch DP, which we're really excited about. And so we'll get him on too. At least we'll try to get him on. And yeah, so definitely will be happening, but it starts this Tuesday with Bruce, which will be really, really exciting. So let's move over to, let me go back to my other camera here and move over to the super chats, because I know quite a few came in, which you guys are amazing. Intel Wild, my buddy Intel Wild, man, going hard into the paint. Intel Wild says, Dave, I was saying at the end of the day, it's only 45K, but I was wrong. I should have been saying 85K. 85K. I tell you, we raise 85K, you're going to get It's Me Billy and then some. That's for sure. Andrew L says, no doubt that this film will be made. Happy for you. I hope so, man. I hope so. I really do. I'm not getting, listen, it's day one. People are excited. The novelty is going to wear off, right? I mean, as the days turn into weeks, you know, it's going to slow down. It will. I mean, it's inevitable. I mean, these campaigns generally have ebbs and flows, right? So it's important that we don't get overconfident. But to be where we are right now after just like 7 hours is ridiculously amazing. Let's see here. Robert Andrew Paul says, proud to have backed your project, Dave. Thank you, Robert. Appreciate it. I was going to call you Roger there for a minute. That teaser was awesome. You nailed it. Can't wait to get my retro Blu-ray and see my name in the credits. Yes, my man, you will see your name in the credits. And definitely. And of course, you know, there are certain perks that we are able to fulfill or will be able to fulfill even before the movie is done, right? Like, for example, getting somebody on MCRAE Live. Like, we can do that before we even shoot the movie. You know, adding an IMDb credit. We can do that, right? Getting some posters, and, you know, we can do that. But there's certain things, of course, that have to wait until the movie is done, like a Blu-ray or a digital download, you know, of the film, or you know, signed copies of certain things, or, you know, a tour of the set, you know, all that kind of stuff. So there are certain things that can't be fulfilled until the movie is done. But that's, you know, come on, you know, that's pretty self-explanatory, right? But definitely you will do that. And I will be, and you guys know me, I mean, I will be in constant communication with you. Once the campaign is done, I will always be saying, you know, okay, here's where we are at the, you know, where we're at with the perks and all this kind of stuff. And, you know, we're shipping, you know, 30 out today. You know what I mean? It's not everybody, but we're starting to ship things out, and, you know, you're on the list, you know what I mean? It's all that kind of stuff. But that's not going to happen for a while, obviously, you know, maybe even a year, because obviously we have to shoot the movie. Maybe less than that. It depends. I mean, if we're able to raise the money pretty successfly, we might be able to do this thing in November and, you know, actually be fairly on track. You know, it all comes down to how it all comes down to what happens with COVID-19 in the industry, and how how quickly, but not how fast, but not lackadaisical, like you know, being professional about it. How quickly we can move through pre-production, you know, because we still have to hire the rest of our crew. You know what I mean? And it'll be a crew cast included of probably about 17 people. But anyway, so yeah, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. I'm excited for you. I'm excited to see your name there. Okay, where's my Intel Wild sends another super chat, says, Dave, your Indiegogo campaign has only been live for 3 or 4 hours. It's been live since 9 a.m. Eastern, so actually it's about almost 7. And you have 10% of your entire budget raised already, $4,500 US. Your thoughts? Well, like I said at the beginning of the show, man, I said that I am, I mean, I know that it's not unprecedented, but and like I just said, I mean, it's day one. People are excited, right? Things will calm down. Things will slow down. It's inevitable. But to be here after day one is really promising. It shows that there is interest for this, that people do want to see this, that people liked the Indiegogo teaser and hopefully are thinking to themselves, okay, if they can do that in a week, if they can do that on a Saturday night on a budget of how much it cost us to shoot that teaser, because we had to rent the gear. I think it was maybe $1,000 something. Anyway, it wasn't very expensive. But if we can do that on, like, you know, that, what the hell are they going to do with, you know, $45,000 and a week at a location that will knock your socks off? So, you know, hopefully people are like, okay, you know, we're hoping it's the fan film you didn't know you wanted. It's the fan film you didn't know you needed. Yeah, because it's Black Christmas. You know, in the world of fan films, it's Freddy. Not there's anything wrong with Freddy. Cecil, if you're watching, buddy, there's nothing wrong with Freddy, man. Freddy's a fucker. I'm a Freddy. I'm there. I'm fucking there. I'm there. I'm totally there. But in the world of fan films, right, we have Freddy, we got Jason, we got Michael, and they take up, you know, a lot of the thing. And it's kind of like, well, what about this? You know? And we really want it to kind of make people go, oh, wait a minute, what's going on over here? What's going on? Whoa, hang on. Whoa, what's going on here? You know what I mean? And I know the original Black Christmas is not everybody's cup of tea, right? It's a bit dated now. It's a very slow burn. But a lot of people really do like it. And a lot of people haven't been that satisfied with the 2 remakes. So we're bringing Billy back. We're going back to the roots. This is an unofficial sequel set 45 years, 45 to 50 years later, roughly. All right, Oliver Mercer, super chat. Thanks, buddy. Says, hey, Dave, I just tried to buy a Blu-ray, but it's saying invalid zip code, but I can't find if it's gone through. Invalid zip code. Your invalid zip code. Well, you're purchasing from overseas, right? Okay, off the top of my head, I'm not sure. Let me throw it out to the chat room. Is there anybody in the chat room that also lives overseas, like in England or in Europe, that has purchased a Perk? And what did you put in for zip code? Because Oliver is getting a like an error thing. We'll start there. Maybe the fine folks in the chat room can reach out to Oliver here and just at him and just kind of help him out a bit. I'll have to look and see what that is. I think there are a couple of people from overseas who have purchased a couple of Perks, and I don't think they've had any issues. So maybe somebody maybe somebody can reach out to Oliver, and if you have purchased a Perk, you live overseas. You know what I mean? Wait a minute. Hang on a sec here. I know what a zip code is, but... yeah, in the zip code, the zip code in the States is like the postal code here in Canada or over in Britain. I think you have postal codes there too, right? Try putting that in and seeing if it works. Darren Sand's like, John Saxon's alive, right? He is, but I think he's like 90 or something like that. He is alive. Oh yeah, there's quite a few people from the original Black Christmas that are still alive, actually, including Olivia Hussey. I think she lives in LA though. There's a few of them that live here in Toronto because it was a Canadian movie and had more than a few Canadian actors in it. Olivia Hussey though, I think she's in LA. I follow her on Instagram though. All right, let me just go back here. We'll get it worked out, Oliver. Don't worry. We will get it worked out, my man. We'll get it worked out. Let me just keep this show going but we're totally going to get it worked out. I'm not going to leave you high and dry. Neil Rook says, "Hello, mate. Hello, my mate. Who did the physical acting for Billy in the original film, and what type of actor acting skill do you think fits the character best?" Well, there was a few people that played Billy. Kind of like how there were a few people that played Michael Myers. There were a few people that played Billy. On the phone, it was, I forget the actor's name now. He's an Italian-Canadian. It was him. He not stood on his head, but he laid on a bed upside down and did a lot of that, all that kind of stuff. And then the director, Bob Clark, also had a hand in doing some weird voices as well. And I think they even had a woman do a couple of things too. And then there was the person who physically played Billy, who I don't think was the same person who I don't think it was the same Italian Canadian actor. I don't think. I have to double check on that, but I do know that there were several people between voice and in person that were playing him. And what type of actor do I think fits the character best? Well, I think at the end of the day, I mean, we have to remember that Billy is, in this sequel, he would be in his late 60s, maybe even 70, maybe even a bit older than that, 72 or 3 or something. Now, the actor doesn't have to be 72 or 3. The actor can be 65 or 60 even. But certainly somebody that is, unassuming, somebody who's 60 years old because you never, again, and I don't want to give too much away, but we are attempting to honor the original integrity of that character. So it's not going to be like Black Christmas from 2006 where you see all his face and this stuff, and you're not going to see any of that, so, but certainly somebody who has the physique, somebody that has a silhouette that doesn't look like a guy my age. Somebody that definitely, and I'm not saying he's got to be fat and hunched. I'm just saying he's somebody that looks, looks older. He doesn't look like he's 40 and jogs 4 days a week, I mean, he can jog 4 days a week, but yeah, I think you know what I'm saying, right? Like somebody that you get the sense of the silhouette. Oh, that's an older guy. It's an older guy, not ancient, but an older guy, so I think that's important too. Yeah, that's important too. And we're looking into that now. Okay. Super chat. Brandon Gregory says, out of curiosity, when is DNN supposed to shoot? Great question, my man. Cecil, if you're watching, can you chime in the chat, my man? We don't know. Obviously, COVID-19 has affected the situation there as well. The border between Canada and the U.S. is closed. It will remain closed until July 31st. And then who knows if it'll then open, or I don't know. And if the border is closed, I can't get to the States to play Freddy. They can be all set to go, but I can't get there. So, I don't know what's going to happen in regards to that. Nora, of course, our special effects makeup artist, she hasn't been able to sort of begin. I think she's starting the process now, but with a spike in COVID in California, I think they've begun to shut everything down again. I think anyway, the Californians can let me know a bit more, especially if you live in the LA, Hollywood area. But Nora was going to start making the prosthetics for my transformation. Well, she hasn't been able to do that because everything's been closed. So she just started to attempt to do that like a couple of weeks ago. But I'd be very curious to know if she's had to stop again. So there's that too. We can't shoot me as Freddy if I can't get to Phoenix and if Nora can't make the makeup. So right now, Cecil, I think, said something about September, maybe, but we'll see. I mean, I'm pulling for it too. It's crazy right now. It's crazy. It's affecting everybody. One of the big things that Bruce and I are dealing with right now is how to protect our cast and crew while on set, because there are new regulations that have come down. by the Labor Board of Ontario, and as it relates to film and video production. And we have to abide by that, you know, and so there's a lot of things that we're currently dealing with and trying to sort of, you know, figure out, you know, and obviously we'll have masks on set, we'll have hand sanitizer, we'll, you know, try to keep our distance as best we can. We'll, you know, probably designate somebody to be making the meals and, you know, and washing hands. Like there's all this, you know, but you know, we'll have waivers and forms, and, you know, we got to do what we got to do. The good thing about It's Me, Billy is that it's a small set, right? And cast and crew total maybe 17, 18 people. And that's a good thing, because obviously the more people there are, the higher chance there is. And it will probably end up being a closed set, you know, because of COVID-19. And that means the only people allowed there would be cast, crew. That's it. You know, because we can't afford to have, you know, friends come down and, hey, what's going on? Because we just can't do it, you know. So it's pretty crazy, man. It's pretty crazy. But I know that Cecil is dealing with that right now too. Matthew Farisi says, will you be the one voicing Billy? I don't know. I was, for those of you that probably guessed, I was Billy in the teaser. I was also Billy at the beginning of the teaser trailer as well, singing that little nursery rhyme. That was me as well, trying to, you know, sound like an older, sort of slowed down Billy, but, you know, still very much alive and ready. He's been waiting. So I don't know. I think there's a good chance I will, but it has to be believable that my performance has to, I believe that this is a 65-year-old man or a 70-year-old man. He doesn't sound like a 41-year-old man. He doesn't sound like Dave McCrae. So that's something we have to take into consideration as well, which I can do. I mean, you know, if you hear me at the beginning of the teaser singing that nursery rhyme, probably you might have thought, oh, maybe that's Dave, but it certainly doesn't sound like me necessarily. So yeah, maybe I might be able to pull it off, but we'll see. We'll cross that bridge when it comes. That's a post-production thing that we don't have to worry about at this very moment. But yes, in the teaser trailer, everything Billy was moi. Okay, and Joanna from Canada sends in a very generous super chat. Joanna from Canada, you are amazing. Joanna says, hey, Dave, I was actually going to go buy an air conditioner this morning, but instead ended up buying It's Me, Billy merch. Amazing. Let's get crazy up in here and bring Billy back. I could not agree with you more. Joanna from Canada, my fellow Canadian, coming hard into the paint. You are amazing. Super chat from D-Man says, sorry if you've already answered this, but I didn't think it was allowed to raise money for fan films. What are the legalities here? But good luck. Well, what it comes down to is, especially for fan films, what has started to happen more and more over the last, say, 5 or 6 years is studios are becoming a little more accepting of them under certain conditions. Number one is they generally can't be feature length. So you have to make it a short film. Now, that doesn't mean you can't make 4 short films and put them together and, oh, when you watch them, you know, and you were to watch them back to back to back, it's like, oh, it's kind of like a full length movie. You could kind of, you know, maybe that's a bit of a loophole, right? But certainly they take notice if you start to have a feature film that is professionally produced. And that's what we're doing here. We're trying to produce a professional film. So the production value, you'll watch it and you'll be like, yeah, this looks like it's a movie. It's not an amateur movie. It's a movie, you know, depending if we can raise our budget, we'll probably end up shooting on the Airy or the Red, probably the Airy, because it might be better for our post-production workflow, but certainly maybe the Red, you know, the Red Scarlet maybe or something. So we'll see. But certainly that's our goal. But if it's a short film, the theory is from studios that, well, nobody's going to watch this and think it's the real thing because it's 25 minutes long and we don't produce 25-minute canon films, right? Also, if I believe you can raise under, I think it's $100,000 and less or something like that. Maybe, I mean, if you go over by a little bit, they probably don't care, but you can't raise millions of dollars. If you start raising like $3 million for a fan film, that's when they're going to be like, wait a minute, hang on a second here, right? And I get it. I totally get it, right? But, you know, if you raise $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 or whatever for a short film, especially one that is really honoring the property, I would like to think, and again, it's all depends on the studio, depends on the people in charge, but I would like to think that they are beginning to see the value in that a lot of these real high-end or more high-end fan films, like A Never Hike in the Snow, A Never Hike Alone, Dylan's New Nightmare, It's Me, Billy, it really sort of brings, while these properties are dormant or release movies that aren't very well liked, it does help to keep them in the pop culture. It does help to keep them in the pop culture consciousness and relevance. So, you know, Vince almost single-handedly is keeping Jason Voorhees alive, you know, and Cecil, while nothing's going on with Freddy, is almost attempting to single-handedly at least keep something Freddy going on, right? And with It's Me, Billy, you know, I know there are fans that love, you know, that really like the 2019 film, and that's fine. That's fair. And I actually don't think it's a bad movie. I don't think it's not the worst movie I've ever seen. I mean, it's a bad movie for certain reasons, but I mean, it's certainly not the worst film I've ever seen. But when you call it Black Christmas, well, then it becomes a really bad movie. And it's clear that they were trying to chop it down from R to PG-13 to get more young, you know, females into the audience, and all that's fine. But I think they've done themselves a disservice because there's really nothing about Black Christmas in that movie at all. They could have called that movie anything. And the only parallels really would have been that it's Christmas, a sorority house, and a few little nods. But other than that, it just doesn't, the mythology's gone. The history's gone. You know, the lore is gone. So in favor of making a political sort of, and okay, that's cool. All right. Okay, cool. But I think they should have called it something else because I think they shot themselves in the foot, you know, because people were expecting something else. You know what I mean? So in that regard, you know, here we have a fan film coming along, bringing Billy back, you know, keeping it kind of out there, you know, and it might even open up for people to go watch the 19 film. I mean, that might do that too. You know, go watch the 06 film. I mean, hell, there was a guy today, I forget his name. I think he's in the chat. Maybe it was Matthew. Was it Matthew Mills? It was somebody today commented and said, I got to admit, I've never seen Black Christmas. I was going to say a Black Christmas movie. No, he's never seen Black Christmas, the original. And he said, and your teaser trailer, I love so much, I went and watched it. Like just now, I went and watched it. I loved it. Thought it was great. I mean, that happens too, right? So anyways, long story short, yes, it's generally okay if it is short film and you're not raising, you know, $1 million, because then you start to get into serious money. You know what I mean? But raising, you know, $50,000, $60,000 to make a short film that is a tribute film that doesn't make any money, right? You can't sell it to Amazon or Netflix. You can't have any sort of commercial ventures with your film. Then you're generally okay. Now, some people may then ask, well, then what's the point then if you can't make any money off of it? Well, sometimes, especially for somebody like me who's never stepped into this role on this level before, and I'm attempting to do this for the first time at this level, which I'm so excited about, they're great portfolio pieces. They're portfolio pieces for the actors involved. They're portfolio pieces for the filmmakers involved. Greg, our DP, doesn't really need this because he's got quite a few impressive stuff under his belt. So he doesn't need It's Me, Billy. But he's so excited about it that he's like, let's do it. You know what I mean? So we couldn't, like, I mean, that's just amazing. You know what I mean? But he's probably the one that doesn't really need it for his portfolio. But a lot of it, it's a great marketing tool for us to say, well, hey, look what we did. You know what I mean? It's like, geez, guys, that's fucking fantastic. You know, so it's great for the portfolio as well, you know, and you never know who's watching. You never know who's watching. I've had people reach out to me since doing this channel. Some people who've reached out to me since doing this channel that you'd go, what? Really? Wow. Okay. That I've been like, what? It's true. It's true. So you never know. You never know. But anyway, so yeah, that's sort of in the nutshell. But I think we'll be okay as long as we don't raise, you know, $4.2 million and yeah, I think we should be okay. But good question, though. Good question, and I like it. Let me see. I don't think I missed any other super chats. Let's see here. D-Man. Oh, no, D-Man did come back with another one. Let me get you, D-Man. Let's see here. D-Man says, I'm working on a The Fly 58 amateur fan film, which got me interested in all the technical aspects of stuff like this. So thanks for answering. Oh, no problem, man. No problem. Yeah, no problem. The only, like, again, you know, if, yeah. I've said all I've had to say. I was just like, I'm just going to keep repeating myself. Yeah, for sure. Let me see here. Charlie McGrath says, DMT Infinity, pretty sure your message is too long. Oh, did DMT Infinity say something that was too long? Well, he's passionate. He's passionate. Sammy Siskonen? I'm probably getting this syllable. Sammy says, Dave, you missed my super chat. I did, buddy. Let me go back. Yeah. Oh, Frank's on it. Whenever I see those big red angry faces, Frank is on it. Let me go back here. Let me go back. Okay. I don't see. Maybe it came in after. I'm not seeing it. Let me just switch over here. Okay, so, or was that from before? Maybe that was from before. I don't see. I've got all of Intel Wilds. Oh, no, I didn't. No, I missed this one here. You're right, Frank. Frank is on the money. Frank, the tank. Frank, my man. Intel Wild. Sorry, buddy. When are you going to do your first a-thon or show directly for Super Chats going towards It's Me, Billy? I'm not sure yet. We're going to let this sort of marinate just for a little bit. I'll talk to Bruce because he's coming on the show, of course, on Tuesday. So I will talk to Bruce before then and sort of kind of get an idea of when we want to do that. Because we also have to speak to the girls as well. Our lovely ladies who will be our leads and sort of get their thoughts and their schedules. And we still want to take them out for lunch too, because now we can actually get together and patios are open. So we kind of want to do that and, you know, get to know them in person finally. You know what I mean? So we still want to do that too. So I'm not 100% sure, but it's coming, man. It's definitely coming. And then I missed a super chat from Sammy. Did I really? I don't see it. I don't see it, man. Was it a super chat? I don't see it. Oh, it was Intel Wilds, not mine. Oh, okay. Thank you, buddy. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. No problem. Tom Ferreira says, would you consider Michael Myers to be somewhat of a sadist in the new timeline since he normally is considered emotionless? I don't think so, because I don't think there's anything that's really changed from the first film, really. I didn't think he was a sadist in the first film. I don't think he's really one here either. I don't think so. I really don't think so. Terrell Sim says, Dave, to buy the $5 thank you perk, Google Pay won't allow it. Can I send you YouTube? Yes, what you do. Okay, so I appreciate that. What you can do if you are, I forgot to mention this. If you want, okay, yes, I believe Indiegogo only accepts credit card, I think. Listen, if you're on your mobile phone, what phones aren't anymore? If you're on your cell phone, right? Your smartphone, and you're looking at the campaign on your smartphone, go to the very end of the perks. So the very last perk will be an executive producer perk. And then and then after the executive producer perk, there should be like a donation link where you can send in a donation. I'm pretty sure you can send in as much as you want. And maybe you'll be able to add a note, although I'm not entirely sure. But try that first. And if you can add a note, add it, and then I should be able to see as well. Anybody who donates money, do it that way. Although I appreciate your super chat, man, really, really do. Don't do it here because I want to be able to compartmentalize everything and have everything sort of in one spot. So go to the end of the perks on your phone. You'll see, donate. There'll be two like hands shaking. Donate there. And then that should get registered to my perks on the campaign. And then when I go to add all the names for the end credits, yours will be on there as well. Let's try that. and see if that works. Robert Thidoff says, does an associate producer also get a replica phone? I don't think so. Does an associate producer get a replica phone? Let's see. Man, I've been working so late and hard on this. I don't believe so. No, it doesn't look like it. No, but an executive producer package does. But an associate producer, you do get the autographs. You get to come on MCRAE Live. You get the Blu-ray, the digital download package, shirt, IMDb credit, signed poster. Yeah. Indeed. Where am I? I'm moving around like a bugger today. There's so much going on here. I have so many tabs open because of everything that's been going on. There you guys are. I was wondering where you guys were. Okay, let's see. Gary Rangel says, Dave, your teaser trailer rocked. You're getting me so interested in this Black Christmas scenario. You promote it so well. I will try my best to buy a perk, just dealing with my tragic loss. Great. Hey, Gary, you come first, man. You come first. Listen, the campaign will be up for 60 days, the next 2 months. It ends September 2nd. You got lots of time, my man. You got lots of time. South Pie 82 says, Dave, come, I can't super chat. It's giving me an error message. It is? I don't know. Maybe refresh your page? I would refresh your page, man. It's not me because other people are super chatting. I would refresh your page or sign back in, maybe delete your history or something like that. You know how they say those things. Just kind of maybe do a refresh and come back and try again, Southpaw. Try again. Oliver Mercer sends in a super chat and says, hey, Dave, it's gone through. Thank goodness. Oh, great. Awesome. I'm very happy now. Thank you, everyone, for helping me. I must say, Dave, the trailer gave me legit chills. I'm so glad it did. Yeah, we wanted to do something with the trailer that was, again, we're always calling it the Indiegogo teaser. Like we always phrase it like that because we don't want people to think that it's the teaser for the movie because, we haven't shot the movie yet, so it's a matter of semantics at the end of the day, but we just really kind of wanted to have it very specific. This is the Indiegogo teaser. This is to help us create awareness, get people excited, and hopefully raise our production budget so we can actually go shoot the movie. Now, when the movie is shot and done and we're in post-production and we're beginning the process of cutting a teaser together, then you'll get like an official teaser for the movie, right? And that's going to be wild. That's going to be awesome. So this is the Indiegogo teaser. And what we wanted to do with this, because we weren't actually shooting at the location of where we're going to end up shooting, but we wanted to create a tone. It was very important for Bruce and I to create the Black Christmas tone, the feel, the vibe of what you can expect this, but bigger. This, but more. You know what I mean? I don't mean more as in more gratuitous or more exposed and crazy. And I don't mean that. I just mean you're going to get this, but on a higher level. Not that this isn't a high level. I thought we did a great job with the teaser. But certainly, when we actually go to camera, we've hired Greg to shoot it. Greg didn't shoot our teaser. Myself and Bruce shot it. But when we shoot, it's me, Billy. Greg's going to shoot that film, and hopefully we'll be able to shoot that, like I said, on the Airy or the Red, which is really exciting for us. But we'll see. We'll cross that bridge when it comes. But the teaser was all about setting that tone, just setting to let you know that, okay, Billy is back. And if we achieve that, then I think it was successful. And I think we did, we went through quite a few drafts there. It was longer, shorter. We had this in there. No, let's remove that. Let's put that in there. And, and some people are like, wow, it's like a 3-minute teaser. It's like, well, it's an Indiegogo teaser. The teaser and the trailers for the actual movie won't be 3 minutes long, but the Indiegogo teasers is a bit different, right? It's a different kind of thing for a different kind of thing. So we wanted to tell just a little bit of a story about kind of the beginnings of what is this all about here, and there are some subtle clues in that teaser that tell you sort of what we want to do. And, you know, obviously you see the calendar and the suitcase on the couch, you know, as we go by it, and you know, it's just little clues in there of what's to come. So exciting indeed, exciting indeed. And if you've read the synopsis, for those of you that haven't read the synopsis, let me just read this to you. And if you're not excited already, well, you know, you will be soon. Again, this is the synopsis. So the synopsis is, unaware of the danger that's hunting her, Sam and her two best friends are spending Christmas Eve at her grandmother's old country mansion. Yeah, that's right. I said the M word there, folks. Stalked by a sinister evil that's been lurking in the shadows for nearly 50 years, Sam is about to come face to face with her grandmother's chilling Christmas past, the deranged psychopath known only as Billy. Oh, there's a lot on the horizon, folks. A lot on the horizon. And again, it's a short film. This is not a feature-length film. This is a short film. But I say it'll probably be anywhere between 25 and 30 minutes long. The script is about 23 pages. Where are you guys here? I got too many windows open. There you are. There you are. There you are. Some super chats came in. Let's get to those super chats. You guys are amazing. DMO the Warrior sends in a super chat, says, hey, Dave, been a while since I super chatted. It has been a while. It has been a while. That's all right, though. Hey, you know, it's busy time. Crazy time. Been going through a lot. Totally understandable, man. You got to do what you got to do, buddy. Was wondering if you've ever heard of or read the Halloween novels by Kelly O'Rourke. It's a 3-book series. The first one, The Best. No, I've never heard of it, and I've never read them. I'm not a big reader. Again, I mean, I can read, obviously, and I do read certain things, but I'm not a big fiction reader. That's when I say I'm not a big reader, I mean I'm not a big fiction reader. Yeah, I've certainly read, a lot of making ofs and technical stuff and life stuff and biographies and, you know, things like that. But I'm not a big fiction reader. Like, I wouldn't go into a store and buy a book by, you know, Dean Koontz and, you know, sit down and say, I don't know what it is. I don't know. It's just never been a big reader. But no, I've never heard of them and I've never read them. Interesting. Flinner sends a super chat. Or is it Fliner? Damn it, I always get that mixed up again. I forgot. I know you told me and I forgot already. Sorry, man. I've been going through a tough time in the last few months. Hey, man, everybody has. Dude, you're not alone, man. You're not alone. I appreciate the support to the channel. And says, and your videos and overall personality have helped me through it greatly. Thanks, Dave. Well, thank you, man. I really appreciate you saying that. Thank you very much. And just stay strong, man. It's not easy. It's a tough time right now for everybody. And we will get through this. We will get through this. Edwin A. Sordo says, hi, Dave. Are you going to shoot the movie chronologically or out of order and then edit it? That's a great question. It's too early to tell yet because Bruce and I have to finish our shot list. And then we have to do up a call sheet and all that kind of jazz. I don't know yet. I think most of it will probably be shot in order. But there are certain scenes that require certain actors for a shorter period of time that happen at certain times where we may have to shoot that like on day 1 or 2, even though it happens at like the end of the movie or something. You know what I mean? So I don't think everything will be shot in sequence. Maybe. Well, no. Maybe. But probably not. Probably not. But I think most of it probably will. Good question. Tom Ferreira says, and thanks for the super chat, man. Says, okay, this is probably the last questions I'm going to ask, but do you think Michael's evil is meant to be up for interpretation? And favorite film? Yes, Michael's evil is definitely meant, whatever is in him, whatever that evil is that Loomis talks about, evil itself is not quantifiable. It doesn't mean anything, right? Evil itself, like evil, he's evil. Well, what does that mean? I mean, it doesn't mean anything. It means there is a dictionary definition, but it's not like it's like you can't quantify it necessarily. You can't, it's not used as a motive in like a court of law. It's like, I always draw issue when people say, yeah, Michael had a motive. He was pure evil. I'm like, that's not a motive. That's not a motive. That's maybe what drives him is he's evil, but that's not his motive. I mean, nowhere in court would you say, he's guilty, Your Honor. He's guilty. Why? Because he's evil. I mean, that doesn't mean anything. You have to prove intent. You have to prove the acts are evil. The acts are evil, but evil itself is sort of an awkward thing to kind of. So yes, I do. Whatever is driving him, whatever the evil is, whatever the darkness is that lies within him, is meant to be up for interpretation. How far one way he is supernatural, how far one way he is human, is supposed to be left up to interpretation. That's why it works. That's what you like about him. The second you open that up and you divulge what was really going on, you're going to piss off half your audience. In walks in Halloween 6, The Curse of Michael Myers. Some people are like, oh, the Call of Thorn, that's awesome. And then other people are like, that's fucking stupid. That's fucking stupid. Now the best thing to do is to keep Michael there, to keep the mystery there, because then, you're more likely to please people and you don't have to divulge that information. So yeah, I do believe it was always meant to be open for interpretation, for sure. Yeah, for sure. Although there are some clues in there that Loomis says that gives you, at the very least, circumstantial evidence to have you lean a certain way over another. And my favorite film of all time, I don't know, man. There's so many. I love Raiders of the Lost Ark, The Shawshank Redemption, The Green Mile, Sunset Boulevard, Whatever Happened to Baby Jane, Bridge on the River Kwai, really like Empire Strikes Back. There's so many. I don't know if I have a favorite that trumps all. I'm not really sure. Frank Riker sends a super chat. Thanks, man. Says, who do you think dies and kills? I think, who do I think dies and kills? I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised. Well, like of the main players. I mean, obviously a lot of people die in kills, but you mean the main players. Well, the most expendable would be Brackett and Marion because they're older. They're the most expendable. Hawkins is expendable. Now it's not been officially confirmed that he's coming back, but it's been highly alluded to, by David Gordon Green. Karen, I think she's more expendable than Allison. Lori, I'd be surprised if Lori dies in kills. I'd be surprised. Wouldn't be surprised if she dies at the end of Ends, but I'd be surprised if she dies in kills. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm leaning, thinking. I don't think Tommy or Lindsay goes. Maybe Lindsay. Lindsay over Tommy. If one of them goes, it's Lindsay over Tommy. That's what I think. But we'll see. Super chat from Intel Wild says, Dave, do you think H Kills will be at TIFF this year? Joking. You son of a bitch. I saw what you did there. That's funny. Let me see here. Crystal Lake Counselor 1977 says, Dave, will Billy's origins remain a mystery? I hope so. Also, will your signature be legit or a stamp? It will be my signature. I will sign things. I can't answer that fully without giving things away. Let's just say that the integrity of the mystery of Billy is preserved, but this is a sequel. So there is new information that is presented that makes you go, or, that makes you gain a different perspective on things. We'll just say that. But the integrity of his character is preserved. Yes. Yeah. It ain't no 2006 remake. Moonlight Silhouette says, I was going to say, Frank, pretty sure it was a wind up. Oh, you guys are talking to each other. It's great. I love it. Jason Wiley says, Dave, have you seen the new Unsolved Mysteries revival on Netflix? And would you and Tony do some mystery episodes at some point? First part of your question, no, I haven't seen it. I know what you're talking about, though. Second part of your question, I don't know. I'm not sure. I'd have to talk to Tony about it and see if he would want to do that. But you never say never, though. Duke Fleet says, Dave, will you be able to watch the Blu-ray in Europe? Will it be area free? Yes, all Blu-rays, I believe, are zone free, if I'm not mistaken. Because you can buy a Blu-ray, and I believe they are, yeah, I think Blu-rays are region exempt, if I'm not mistaken. DVDs, no. DVDs are not. DVDs have to be burned with to a certain region, but I believe Blu-rays are not. If I think so. Anyway, as far as I remember, because I've bought Blu-rays that have come from overseas, yeah, I'm pretty sure. Darren says Blu-rays are okay. Region coded A, B, and C. I was just going to say, because you can get a Region 0 Blu-ray. Because I've seen Blu-rays that they're not region free, says number one Wonder Fan. That's okay. Okay, well then I will take that into consideration when burning the Blu-rays for people overseas, because I've 4K Blu-rays are region exempt. 4Ks are region exempt. Okay, good to know. Because I thought there was one that you could get that was. I thought there was a Blu-ray you could get that was region free. I'm almost positive there is. But it's good to know that they're coded A, B, and C, and I will look into that. And of course, anybody who's purchased a Blu-ray from overseas, when that Blu-ray arrives, it will play in your Blu-ray player. We will make sure of it. Toronto Freddy sends in a super chat, says, congratulations on the launch, Dave and Bruce. Thank you so much, my man. Really appreciate it. And thank you, Darren Sands, by the way, for chiming up in the codes there. Appreciate that very much. Darren, my main man, coming hard into the paint, as they say. Intel Wild says, any new info on the drive in things you were talking about for TIFF? Any new info on the drive and things you were talking about for TIFF? No, I haven't. No, I haven't. I haven't heard anything new in regards to TIFF at all. So, because that was just last week I was talking about that. So it's still time. There's still time. Darren says you can code them ABC so it's universal. That's what I thought. I thought that. Yeah, because when I was looking into it, somebody was talking to me about that, and I was like, okay, that's good to know. That's good. That's good to know. I was incorrect in thinking that they were not coded. They are, but you can get them. You can get them universally coded. Perfect. Okay. Good to know. Good to know. Darren, my man, just send me the invoice. Let's see here. Jonathan Nichols says, Dave, happy to support you and Bruce. I bought one of the retro Blu-rays and probably going to get a hoodie too. Awesome, man. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. Rio Reveal sends the super chat, says, so excited to see it's me, Billy. Glad I could support. We are thankful for you supporting, my man. Really do appreciate that very, very much. Benzel says, hey, Dave, I have a question about the perks. If I get a higher tier perk, like the $50 one for the example, would the previous perks be included along with it, or are they designated to their own? The only perk where you get everything would be the final perk. So that is the executive producer package. That's why it's called the total package. You get everything. Beyond that, you have to make sure you click on the perk to see what's available. I think I think there's a couple of $50 perks. Yeah, you got to pick, because some will come with a digital download package. Some will just come with, a special thanks. Some will come with a digital download package and a Blu-ray and a poster. Some will come with just like maybe a digital download package and a Blu-ray. So make sure that you know exactly what comes in each package. And I do know that the retro cover Blu-rays have sold out now. So, my jaw just cracked. Did you guys hear that? Woo! My jaw literally just cracked. We will be looking into adding more by popular demand, because clearly people buying Blu-rays really love that retro poster option, I should say. But the normal Blu-ray, if you don't care about that kind of thing, like whatever, I like the other one too. That is limitless, so you can buy that one as well. It's available right now to buy Click on it till your heart's content. Let me see. Southpaw 82 says, here you go, Dave. Good luck. Southpaw is back. See, I told you it may have had a little bit of a refresh or something there. Really appreciate that, man. Thank you. Intel Wild says, bring Billy back. 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 They're going crazy down there. They're going crazy down there. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Wow, I've been on for almost an hour and a half already. We'll go for a few minutes longer and then we'll call it a day. I just wanted to sort of bring everybody up to speed. Thank everybody so far who has contributed and donated, who's commented on the teaser. Share it. Share the campaign, share the You guys know people that I don't know. I mean, maybe you know somebody who's a huge Black Christmas fan or who's a huge horror fan, who's like, dude, that'd be fucking, yeah, I'd love to do that, And again, folks, the Indiegogo campaign is designed like most Indiegogo campaigns in this space, right? You got the smaller tiers, you got the higher tiers. A lot of the times, these types of campaigns are not successfully completed by somebody coming in who has deep pockets and dropping a big perk. Now, if somebody wants to do that, of course they're allowed to do that, right? That's why it's there, and that is amazing, and we think you're fucking amazing, and we love you. But a lot of the times, these campaigns are funded because a lot of people buy a lot of the smaller perks, like, the Blu-rays or the digital download package or the special thanks or, the poster, whatever, right? Or a t-shirt, or a toque. Sometimes they're funded that way too, so it's important to keep that in mind as well, right? Every little bit helps. Like, don't feel like, oh, well, I don't have $5,000 to drop, so what the hell is the point? You crazy, man? Throw in that $5, man. Throw in that $5. Every little bit helps. Every little bit helps. And again, if you're not interested in the perks, or if you are somebody who you maybe has bought a couple of perks and you're like, well, I don't want to buy the Blu-ray again, but you got some money that you want to donate. If you're on the campaign on your phone, scroll to the very end of the perks where the total package is, and beside the very last perk, there should be an option to donate. So you can do that too. You can do that too. And when you make that donation, you will get a special thanks. You will get a special thanks. I will make sure that even the that's all you'll get, but you'll get at least a special thanks. Anybody that donates money, whether you get a package or a perk, you will get a special thanks in there as well. I think that's kind of important too. I will try to make sure that happens. Frank Reiger says, Toronto Freddy missed Super Chat. Toronto Freddy missed Super Chat? Oh, geez, I did no. Did I miss that? I thought I got it. I thought I got congratulations on the launch, Dave and Bruce. I'm pretty sure I got that. I'm pretty sure I got that, Frank. Toronto Freddy, did I get that? Oh, you said I missed my Super Chat too? I thought I got it. I was almost positive I said it. Almost positive I said it. You might have to scroll back and see, but I said it now. I said it now. Robert Andrew Paul says, I'm so excited, Dave. Proud of you, man. Thank you so much. Really, really appreciate that. Really appreciate that. Very, very much. Matthew Hatsamilia says, Dave, I have an Instagram account with about 716 followers. It's pretty good. Over the past days and the weeks to come, I will post constant reminders about the film to hype it up. Anything I can do, I will. Really appreciate that, man. And remember, don't necessarily post it every day, all day, because you don't want to, annoy people and piss. Oh, wait, I'm back. A bit of a hiccup. Let me just say what I said before. That's really awesome. Don't feel like you have to post it every day. Just as long as you post it maybe a couple of times a week. That's cool too, because you don't want to annoy people or whatever. Andrew Stevens says, Dave did acknowledge Toronto's Freddy chat. I thought I did. I could have sworn I did. Maybe it was just so fast. It was just, it's because I'm rolling a mile a minute. Flinter says, Dave, would I give you $50,000? What would you get if you gave us $50,000? My God, you would get a gigantic thank you, a gigantic thank you. That'd be a lot of money, my man. I would, unless you are a multi-millionaire or extremely well off, I would advise not doing that. Oh my goodness. Let me see here. Let me see. Chat is freezing. Southpie2 says chat is freezing. Oh, maybe it's you, man. Maybe there's something going on. Is your connection wonky? Are you out in the country celebrating the 4th of July up at like a campsite or something like that? I don't know. Who knows? Robert Kitzmiller says you'd get to show your Willie and it's me, Billy, for... Yeah, maybe that's it. There'll be a massive nude scene with you in a pool just washing yourself. I don't know what the hell is. It's just this random cutaway gag for some reason. I have no idea. That would totally ruin the movie. Lee Bauer says YouTube likes ruining a good live stream. YouTube likes ruining a good live stream. YouTube likes ruining a good live stream. Frank says, Dave, you missed all super chats. Can you imagine if I missed every super chat? Frank, shut up, Frank. No, I'm pretty sure I got everybody's. As far as I can see here. As far as I can see anyway. I think I've got everybody's super chat. I don't think I missed anything, but Gary Rangel says, Dave, is Charles put on hold? Is Charles put on hold? Haven't heard anything since the trailer. Oh, you mean that Chucky fan film, Charles? I think that's what you're talking about. I have no idea. I don't know the people. I don't know the filmmakers who were making Charles. I don't know if they know who I am. I don't know who they are. I mean, I know who they are now because of the film, but I don't know. I don't know them personally. I've never talked to them. So I really have no idea. You'd have to reach out to them. You'd have to go over to their YouTube channel and just kind of like, hey, is this still happening? Or, I mean, listen, it's entirely possible that, again, because of COVID-19 and everything being shut down, especially in the States, don't forget, I mean, the big markets are beginning to shut down again, that they just can't do anything. Even if they wanted to, they couldn't, you know? So that's entirely possible too. So it's important to keep that in mind. Let me see. DMT Infinity says, Dave, if you could make a rule and everyone had to follow it for a day, what would it be? Oh, that's interesting. Also, what is a secret of yours that you will never share? Well, I would never share it. That's why it's a secret. A rule that I'd make for the entire day. You know what? Just be kind. It sounds really lame, really utopian and cheesy, but you know, just be kind to each other. Seriously. Just stop. Just be kind to each other. Just be like, hey man, what's going on? Cool. You know, what's up, bro? Love you. You know what I mean? Just be kind to each other. You know, I mean, we're all on this spinning rock for a very short period of time and some shorter than others. You know, it's not like we're all going to die together at the same time. You know, who knows when we're all going to go? So I just think be kind to each other. It's a rule for one day. You got to just be kind to each other. That's what I think. AK Channel TV says, why haven't we heard any updates on the Friday the 13th legal battle? Well, probably because there's not too many updates on the Friday the 13th legal battle. It's probably because there's not much going on because the industry is shut down. I mean, everything is shut down, you know? So I would say that that's probably it for the most part. And it's probably not any further along than it was since the last update would be my guess. That's my guess anyway, but we'll see. Southpaw82 says, take this, YouTube. There you go. Rocking it. Frank Riker sends a super chat. Will you have an after party for wrapping the movie? Yeah, I think so. Yes, I think so. Whether we'll be able to have the wrap party at the location where we're shooting, which would be amazing, I don't know. We may have to have the wrap party sort of maybe a week later, you know, when everybody's gone home and kind of get together again and maybe have, you know, a bit of a party or something like that, which would be kind of fun. I think everybody would be down for that. And I think that'd be a lot of fun to do. But when, where, and what the logistics of that is, I don't know. Because obviously the first priority is to shoot the movie. But definitely, I mean, that's something that most people do and it's always fun to do and sort of, just solidify the relationships until we meet again. Robert Andrew Paul says, Dave, what are you most excited about with It's Me, Billy? It's a combination of several things. Working with the actors who are brilliant. Working with Greg Bennett, who's, like I said, a professional DP with over 25 years of experience, two-time CSC nominee. Really excited about working with a DP of his caliber to bring the visual aesthetic and look of It's Me, Billy to life. And then our main shooting location, which is just incredible. So, it's just a combination of that. You know, I guess just shooting the movie. That's pretty much all I had to say, really, at the end of the day. It was just, I guess, just shooting the movie. Nathan Heinz says, how long were you wanting to do It's Me, Billy for? Well, It's Me, Billy has been really it's been a year. It's been a year. If you go back on my YouTube channel and you look on the day when I announced that I was entering into development with Bruce on a Black Christmas fan film, I believe that was like July 5th or 2nd or something like that of 2019. Well, here we are, the 4th of July, essentially a year later, and the Indiegogo campaign is finally launched. So from inception, the idea to the Indiegogo campaign is a year. Now, it would have been before that because we were hoping to launch in April, but COVID-19 delayed us by 3 months. So, you know, that's kind of out of our control. But yeah, it's been about a year. And then if we can raise our production budget, like we really can, and we have till the end of September to do it, or sorry, the end of August, because the campaign ends September 2nd, then we, depending on what the situation is with COVID-19, we may be able to move into production in November. And our goal is to shoot the movie the last week of November. So like, what is that? The 22nd to the 29th or something like that. That's sort of our goal, but that may not happen. Something might happen with COVID-19 and the industry shuts down again. And we're like, we're delayed. But the good thing about that, if there's a silver lining, the good thing about that is we have the money, you know? So, that's shitty. The production gets shut down. Oh, damn, we can't shoot in November. Fuck. But at least we have the money. So it's sitting in an account ready to go. You know, it's just, so when things begin to open up, boom, we're done. You know what I mean? That's the only good thing about having it shut down again, if there is a good thing. I mean, there's really never a good thing, but you know what I mean, right? So yeah. But I would say that, just shooting the movie, man. Intel Wild says, we did it, Dave. We did it. Did we do it? Well, not yet, but we're getting there. Intel Wild follows up with, tell Bruce McCrazy's got this. Now, I will tell him, the McCrazies, the fam, the community, you guys, how amazing you are. We got this. We're going to do it, ladies and germs. Let me see. And again, I'm under no delusions, folks, right? This is the first day. To raise 10% of your production budget on the first day is impressive, but no doubt that as the days roll into weeks, things will begin to slow down and even out, right? So, it's up to us to keep it out there and to pace ourselves and so that by the time September 2nd hits, we've at the very least hit our mark and maybe even exceeded it by a smidgy bit. So that can always help too. So we will see, my man. We will see. I don't think I missed any super chat. Frank Riker there. Until wild. Vanderhoff 66 FU says, excited, Dave. Got myself the Blu-ray. Thanks. Thank you, man. Thank you. No, I mean, thank you. You know, I mean, at the end of the day. And like I said, if we can raise it, you guys have done your part and we will do ours. We've done everything up to the, point now. We've got the campaign ready and we built and we did all this kind of stuff, the casting and this kind of stuff. Whew, man, it was a lot of hard work. And now we're passing it off to you guys, right? Like, all right, guys, your turn. You know what I mean? And then you guys got to come in and go, all right, here we go. We got to buy this and and then if we can raise the money, and then you pass it back off to us. You're like, all right, Dave, there you go. Now it's up to you guys again. It's like, all right, it's up to us now. And then we go full throttle. You know what I mean? So it's like it's a team effort, I mean, you guys are a part of this, man. You guys are a part of this. Dreed Mem77 says, Dave, any chance of having a live Black Christmas party where you and Bruce would watch the original Black Christmas live with super chats going towards supporting the It's Me Billy campaign? Dreed Mem77, that is a great idea. It's something that I've thought about, but haven't thought about in a while, admittedly. It's crossed my mind, but But since you brought it up here, I take that as maybe a sign. Maybe that is something that we should put into action and do, because I think that would be a lot of fun. I think, you know what? That would be a lot of fun. Thank you for reminding me of that, even though you didn't know you were, reminding me. But thank you for mentioning that, because You know what? It is a good idea. It is a good idea, man. That's a good idea. I like that. All right, we'll go for another 5 minutes, and then we'll call it a day on today's show. And I won't be back for MCRAE Live until Tuesday, but I will be back Monday night for Two Dudes because we're watching Jaws. Show me the way to go home. I'm tired and I want to go to bed. I had a little drink about an hour ago when it got back to my head. It got right to my head. Okay. Just want to make sure everything was okay there. Scrolling up over here. Real Reveal says, in the Indiegogo, you said, Dave, that you will have a possible special casting. Who would that be if the goal is reached? Well, I can't say because, it's kind of special. But we are looking into Black Christmas alum. Let me just say that. Patrick Regan says, I agree. Do a Black Christmas watch party to help fund It's Me, Billy. I think that's a really good idea. And I did think about it, albeit months ago, and then I forgot about it because, shit happened, COVID happened, campaign, you're building everything. I totally forgot about it. And the fact that it's come up here is that's a really good idea. That's a really good idea. Yeah, I think that may be happening. Tree says, Dave, on the $7 donation, can I use my YouTube name or a nickname, or do I have to use my real name in the special thanks section? On the $7, on the $7, I see what you're saying. Sorry, for half a second, I was like, I don't have a donation where you have to spend 7 figures. That's how I read that. I was like, what are you talking about? I have a 7-figure donation? What was I, on crack when I wrote that? $7 donation, right. No, you can put whatever you want. I mean, as long as it's not slanderous and it's not racist and it's not controversial, you can put a nickname if you want. Sure. Yeah. Sure. As long as we're aware that is in and it's okay that, your name is you may have to put I don't know for sure, but you may have to put your real name when you donate because of the credit card aspect of it. That's entirely possible. But I think there may be an option there to put like a nickname or something like that. Yeah, I'm totally cool with that. As long as it's not, controversial, racist, derogatory, offensive, things like that. I think that would be fine. I think that'd be totally fine. All right, a couple more minutes. Don Harrison says, Dave, just watch the It's Me, Billy campaign. You mean the teaser trailer? Oh my fucking God, I had goosebumps now. That hasn't happened to me since watching the first trailer for Halloween 18. Great job, can't wait. Wow, Don, now if that's not hyperbole, Don, that's a nice compliment there. That's a nice compliment. That's very, very nice. Intel Wild says, got 3 posters today. Intel Wild, you got 3 posters, my man. Hard into the paint. 2 signed ones and 1 normal. Much more coming from me on this project. Eyeing the associate producer Perk. Oh, he's eyeing it. He's looking at it. And speaking to you, it's going, Intel. You know you want us. That's what he's looking at. He's like, fucking goddamn son of a fucking. Pretty crazy. Got to pace yourself, Intel. Pace yourself. You still got 2 months, my man. Oh, my goodness. All right. Matthew Hetzemelia says, Dave, when will the film be released? Christmas Eve would be perfect. Just saying. Campaign is up to 63.54. Amazing. Looking good. I'm yet to donate as soon as I rob the local RBC. Well, again, if we shoot the movie at the end of November, the movie won't be ready for this Christmas. So now that doesn't mean that we would wait to release it till next Christmas. We would probably release it again. I mean, I understand that ideally you have a Christmas horror movie, Black Christmas. Oh, it's very poetic and it makes sense to release something like that at Christmas, but we can't make money off of it. So, I mean, if this was a movie that we were making money off of from a marketing studio point of view, that would make sense because it's an opportune time because of the subject matter, because of the season. You set yourself up for the best probability of financial success that way. For something that we cannot make money off of, it doesn't matter when we post it. Now, I understand that there is a romance around it. Oh, it's at Christmas time and you kind of feel it. I get it. But if the movie is really good and we're excited, we may release it next summer. You know, maybe it's like Christmas in July kind of thing, right? You know what I mean? Or maybe next spring or something like that. Or maybe it's done and ready to go when it's still winter. So it's not Christmas, but it's still winter. So it's like maybe it's March, you know, and so it's still kind of it's cold. So, you know, it kind of works. We don't know yet. We also have to figure out whether or not we're going to play the festival circuit first before we post it online. Because although there are some festivals that don't mind you doing this, a lot of rules in terms of festivals like you to not have the movie being shown anywhere else if you're going to show it at their festival. Sometimes they want the festival to be the world premiere. And beyond that, you know, you play the festival circuit for a bit and then you put it online. So that's always an option too. However, we haven't come to the conclusion yet on which way we're going to go. We may be so excited for this that we may just post it online and hope that it goes viral. You know what I mean? So we'll see, though. We will cross all that stuff when the movie is done, and that kind of information will start to come out at that time. More super chats. Wow, you guys. DMO the Warrior says, I think it would be really cool to one day see some sort of like Halloween fan film or something with Dave, Mike, and Jay, Barry, Lee, Jimmy, and whoever else could maybe call it Hallowstream the movie. Oh, that might be interesting. Hey, you know, maybe we could do it like digitally. You know what I mean? Like an unfriended kind of thing. Ooh, that'd be kind of creepy. That'd be kind of creepy. Frank Riker says, for all the sexy MFers in the chat, Frank, I love the way you sometimes do that when you close out the show. Amazing, Frank, my man. Love that kind of shit. Toe Cutter. Ugh. Gross. Toe Cutter says, hi, Dave, just to say a big hello. And my wife asks, could you say, where the F is he? Could I say, where the F is he? Where the F is he? What do you mean, Toe Cutter? Don't send another chat. Just at me and sort of explain. Where the F is he? Like, where the F is he? Or where the fuck is he? Or where the... Is that something that I say? Shout out to your wife, by the way. Hello. But I don't... I don't know. I don't know. Help me out, Toe Cutter. Joanna from Canada, again, screw that air conditioner. Joanna from Canada says, how much do we have to raise to get a 90-minute film? Let's do this, Team McRage. A 90-minute film. Well, geez, I mean, you know, I don't know. At least double. At least double. You know, you're looking at into the 100,000 range, you know, above that for sure. So I would be cool in breaking things up. If we were to do more, I'd be cool with breaking things up. You know what I mean? Because at the same time, too, I mean, if It's Me, Billy is successful and people love it, we can use that as an example of, hey, you want, you know, I'm not saying, I'm just, you know what I'm talking about. So anyway, and thank you so much, Joanna. I really appreciate that very much. And then one final super chat here says, if we keep sending you super chats, Dave has to stay. Ha ha, not necessarily, because they don't disappear. I can always read them on the next show. Did Toe Cutter at me at all? Toe Cutter? Oh, yes, from the technical problems from the live Sandy Johnson interview. Oh, I remember that, but I don't remember. Was it something I was like, where the fuck is she? Where the fuck is she? Was it something like that? I don't remember what I did. I don't remember what I said. Hopefully that will suffice for you. And yeah, hopefully that will make you laugh. All right, folks, that is going to do it for me on episode 75 of MCRAE Live. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. I want to thank all my moderators, of course, Darren Sands, Frank Riker, Tabitha Short, Jason Nike. Thank you so much for doing what you do. And Darren, extra thank you, of course, by mentioning the whole Blu-ray code thing to me. Really, really appreciate that, my man. You guys are amazing. Thank you for all the super chats today. That was awesome. Goes right back into supporting the channel, keeping these things going. The It's Me Billy campaign is live right now. It is live right now. The Indiegogo teaser trailer is live right now on YouTube. Check it out. Share it. Comment. And share the campaign and talk to people you know that might be interested in donating. Hey, even if it's $7, $5, every little bit helps, man. Every little bit helps. You know what I'm saying? So I will be back on Monday night at 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time for episode... God, what am I up to now? 70? I'm in the 70s too with two dudes. I think we're like I think Yeah, I think we're at like 76 or 7 or something like that of Two Dudes and Some Bullshit. That's Monday night. Tony and I are watching Jaws, the original Jaws from 1975 in honor of the 4th of July weekend, of course. That's what we're doing Monday night. And then Tuesday morning on MCRAE Live at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, I should be having Bruce on the show. I have to double check, make sure everything lines up okay, but Bruce will be on the show as my guest on Monday. So that'll do it for me. Share, and thank you to everybody thus far that has donated. You guys are amazing. I think we can do this. In the meantime, and in between time, I will talk to you guys soon. Cheers.